Billionaire founder Yvon Chouinard donated his entire company worth $3 billion, Patagonia, to fight climate change. When he was asked why, he simply mentioned that my adult kids don't want the money and I don't need the money, so I'm donating the entire company to a cause which is very close to my heart, that is fighting climate change. Now you might be wondering, what is the dollar amount involved in this entire donation, right? Patagonia is a business which is generating close to $1 billion every single year, and the profits are to the tune of $100 million per year. And this profit is the donation that Yvon is talking about. Now the question is this a for-profit company or is this a non-profit company, right? The answer lies again in the corporate governance structure that is being set up. If you look at the other outdoor apparel manufacturing companies in the US, LLB in Columbia Sportswear Company and a few others, these are publicly traded companies. So these guys have an obligation to deliver short-term benefits, right? However, Patagonia is a privately held company. So they have the flexibility to prioritize long-term value creation over short-term gains. And that is what exactly being done in this particular scenario. Yvon Chouinard has basically created two share pools. The first pool has 2% of all the stock, but 100% of the decision-making authority, the Patagonia Purpose Trust. This will make sure that the businesses run smoothly and also run competitively. This will be closely monitored by the Chouinard family. On the other hand, 98% of the stock pool is being held by a non-profit called as Holdfast Collective, which will receive all the profits but has no authority over the decision-making rules. They will make sure that all the funds are used appropriately to combat climate change. Now, both these things hand in hand together will ensure that both the objectives are met successfully. Building and running the successful business and making sure that the funds are used to fund the climate change fight. The question, however, arises, is this a decision that was made by Yvon Chouinard and the board in the last year or two, or is there a history to this? If you go back, Patagonia has been founded in 1960s. From day one, Mr. Yvon Chouinard's purpose has been the same thing. Create a company where the biggest shareholder is planet Earth. Make sure that none of the products are actually having a negative impact on the planet. So from day one, his quote has been the same. There is a movement for simplifying your life. Purchase less stuff, own a few things that are very high quality, that last a long time and that are multifunctional. This has resulted in them creating tutorials so that folks can basically recycle, repair their own apparel. They encourage folks to send them apparel through mail so that they can repair it and they can send it back to the customers. Recycling, repairing has been one of the foundational pillars of this particular company. Now, anybody in the right sense of mind building a company would say, I want to sell as many clothes as possible, but these guys are, you want to sell as little as possible so that Earth is actually benefiting. Now, an interesting thing that happened in the early 90s was Mr. Chouinard has commissioned a small team to understand what is the impact of their business on planet Earth. One of the results was that cotton, which is a raw material for manufacturing clothes, cotton actually creates more harm to the environment than petroleum products itself. The usage of pesticides, fertilizers for the growth of cotton is really bad. So what Chouinard done is in 95, they completely moved from sourcing cotton to organic cotton. The prices have increased by 500%. For them, the sourcing cost has increased by 500%, but they did not pass on the entire cost to the customer, saying that, hey, customer can't probably take that cost, so we will cut down our commissions in the entire process. He also mentioned that every single time that we have taken decisions to prioritize planet Earth, our company has actually benefited quite a bit. So that's a competitive advantage as well for us, having planet Earth as our shareholder. Now, the one additional thing which everybody knows when we talk about Patagonia is the shock marketing that they have done in 2011 Thanksgiving campaign. They came up with a huge ad on New York Times saying that don't buy this jacket. They were really confident about it. They were really pushing folks not to buy this jacket. And that in turn, of course, people started buying this jacket. People started understanding the philosophy of the company, and they started to understand that, hey, this brand has its own identity, which is about sustainability and making sure that environment is intact. Now, this shock marketing movement has worked wonders for this particular brand. Their revenues, which were close to $400 to $500 million, have increased by 20 to 30% in one single year because of this particular campaign. Now, if you have to go and take away a few lessons from this short video, number one, having that brand identity among the customers is super important, and that comes with sticking to the vision over decades. Talk in 1995, talk in 1975 or 1965 or even today, the values that were underlying for Patagonia have always remained the same. They always prioritized planet Earth over profits, and they push their customers for long-term usage of their apparel. So high quality, high price as well, right? So this indicates that price is not the only variable that customers go behind every single time. If you are interested in actually learning about a business, the point is that you need to make sure you continue to ask these questions. Why? Why did something happen? Why the founder has taken this decision? Why a business is taking a decision? Understanding these whys will give you some surprising insights into every single business. The final point that I want to talk about is the successful planning that Yvon Chouinard has set up for the business, so that both the purposes of the business, being competitive and also making sure that they are moving towards their purpose, are met simultaneously. Thank you so much, guys. Please do let me know in the comments box if there is any particular brand that you want me to talk about and go deep into the insights for that particular brand. Take care, guys. See you again. Bye-bye.